Hello, welcome back to another Jay's Collectible video, and today I'm actually going to be taking a look at the very first Star Wars action figure line that got me into collecting, like hardcore collecting, like kind of like all these up here, my vintage collection items. Now I have had some action figures in the past where I opened them and played with them, but this line is what truly got me into collecting everything, and we'll get into a bit how some of the sculpting isn't that good, especially they're a lot bulky at the beginning. But I'll get to that in a little bit. But yeah, in this box I have my orange card wave, and that's all I really have. I got a lot of different figures, but they're loose. But the ones I kept carded are actually all from the orange wave line, and I'll explain that here in a bit. We do have some comic book ones, I believe, back here. So we'll take a look at all these. I may do a couple videos showing you my carded collection. So this is all I have carded. But I may do a video showing my loose collection and all my creatures, and yeah, I have them separated in 3 boxes with A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi for my loose collection. But that's a story or a video for another day. But yeah, let me get all these out and we'll take a look at them individually. Alright, so here I have all my Power of the Force figures out of the box. I don't know if I said that. This is from Power of the Force too. So we have all my orange cards and we have some green cards up there, but they're the comic book ones, but we'll get to that in a minute. So let's go through one by one. We'll talk about them as I show you them. Alright, so starting off with our line here, starting with Princess Han Solo. It's Han Solo, not Princess Leia. You see, we get a photo right here. We get Darth Vader logo up here, and we got Star Wars Power of the Force. We got an orange lightsaber in the background, and he comes with a weapon, and it's like a rifle and his normal blaster. So fun fact, it's the first one I've ever owned, my very first Power of the Force character, so he's special to me. You'll notice that their body sculpt's a bit bulky and everything, and these were made back in 1996, 1995 I believe, to 2000. So on some of them it looks a bit weird, but on others, for me, it doesn't really bother me that much. The main cast look a bit weird because they're a bit bulky, and the head sculpts. We get his bio and everything back here. And I believe the same image as the front. Yep, so that's cool. Down here on the wave, we get Stormtrooper, Darth Vader, Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, Chewbacca, R2-D2, Obi-Wan, and C-3PO. And for vehicles, we get a TIE Fighter, Luke Skywalker's X-Wing, a Land Speeder, and Millennium Falcon, which I own. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, most of the card backs will be like this. So they'll change as we go along. But pretty cool, and I love this. The vintage collection does the same thing where they show a few figures, but I always love when action figure lines show you what's in the line, everything that you see. You maybe mark down who you get, and they'll have like a checklist later on the series. Set those aside. Next up we have is Princess Leia. It just goes perfectly with Han Solo. You see an image of Leia right there. Darth Vader logo. Star Wars Power of the Force. Orange card. Card's a bit bent and everything. I got most of these for a good deal at a lot a couple of years ago. She comes with blaster and everything. And you can tell her head sculpt looks like a monkey. I think it's referred as monkey face Leia. They fixed this later down the road, but the main trio look a bit weird with their body sculpt and everything, and head sculpt, but yeah, pretty interesting. And then you gotta look at Leia. Now, unlike Han's card back, his leg is like a bit lighter, but hers is a bit darker, you see. So I found that interesting. I think that's the same photo as shown on front. Yep. So, and even on front, I think it shows a bit like a bluish background. So I find that interesting. And we get Stormtrooper, Darth Vader, Han, Luke, Chewbacca, R2, Obi-Wan, C-3PO. Now later, Leia will be added to this lineup, but she's not yet, which is odd, seeing that she's not like shown, even though this is her figure. Interesting. And we get the same vehicle lineup. So that's pretty cool. That's Leia. And then if we now move on down here, we got Luke Skywalker with his lightsaber and grappling hook. You can see he looks a bit weird. He looks definitely weird with his muscular bulk and everything. Same logo. I'm probably going to stop saying this after a while because it's going to be the same. It says Luke Skywalker. And we get lightsaber and grappling gun or blaster. I'm not sure if it's a grappling gun or a blaster, like I just said. There are some variations when it comes to the lightsaber on some of them. You look at the back, same image as the front, and yeah, pretty cool. Get the same lineup, and so yeah, pretty cool. Again, they're not the best. Like the Vintage Collection is like way better detail-wise, articulation-wise, but this is the first line I really went and collected, so this is special to me. Got R2-D2. Pretty cool. His bubble's a lot smaller, which makes sense. Same lineup, and we get like R2-D2. And then same vehicle lineup. That's cool. Next up, we have Chewbacca. Now, my Chewbacca is actually a bit bent, his like package, so maybe they get a new one day. We got the orange back and everything. It's pretty cool. It says Chewbacca. The same image back there. You can look at the detail and information. And then got the same lineup. Same vehicle lineup. So this will stay, like I said, for a while. Okay, moving on. We got Luke and Dagobah. Pretty cool. And you can actually get Yoda, and he'll fit on the back, I believe, which we'll see later. And then Star Wars. And does he have the same? No. So this is where the card back changes a bit. So you get a few new items. First off, you get his logo and his information and everything. But this has changed. So we got an ATSC, I believe. Some other vehicles. I think that's the X-Wing still. You got a lightsaber, I guess. You got Millennium Falcon, Land Speeder, TIE Fighter. So we just have the ATST. I think that's the only new thing. Unless that looks new. Is that a speeder bike? I can't tell. I think it's a speeder bike. I may be wrong. My eyesight, if you all recall, I have a visual impairment. I can see, but it's still a bit blurry. And we get a different lineup of everything. We got a couple of the same characters, I believe. Or we may just got maybe shrunk a bit. I can't tell. I definitely see Darth Vader and R2 and Chewbacca. C-3PO, I believe. That's interesting. Get some more characters down there. Okay, so this may be deluxe. Those may be deluxe characters, I think. Not quite sure, honestly. Actually, I'm not quite sure. So, it's pretty interesting how they changed the card back on this guy. So, it must be a later release. Moving on, we have C-3PO. Pretty cool. So, he'll be one of the original ones. So, we'll go back to that older card back. Yep, there we go. Pretty cool. Moving on, we got Obi-Wan Kenobi. So this is one actually you can't see the bulk, and I think even with his robes off, it doesn't show that that bad. We get a lightsaber. I'm not a big fan of his robes and everything. How it's like, kind of like it's like this, like his body would be right here, his head would be in this like upper spot right here, but then you could just shit like that. When I first held him in hand, like the open, it was a bit interesting. I didn't like it, and his legs are positioned kind of weird. So yeah, we now have, who's this? Han, Solo, and Hoth Gear. Pretty cool. So I think he'll have a different back too. Yep, same back as Luke from Dagobah. Pretty cool. Alright, I think we're coming down to the end of the first row. Alright, here's Yoda. So Yoda, he gets like a candle, pot, and a little bag that he can put on Luke Skywalker. So that's really cool. Same image. Everything from the back. Yep. He's also, so I guess some of these are from this wave now. So we've had 3 from that card back style. So that's pretty cool. I'm running out of room over here, so I had to move them. Alright, so now moving to the next row. We'll take a look at this one first. This one is Luke Skywalker, and his pilot. Now, notice in the picture, I think that's his gear from like episode 4 with his black gloves. But here we get Hoth Luke. I probably would prefer the black gloves with his helmet and everything, like with the visor. So, that's my only complaint with him. But overall, he looks pretty cool. Add him to your X-Wing if you get one. Oh, so he has Leia, I believe. So yeah, there's Leia. Here's Obi-Wan. So we can see here that Same lineup, basically, but now she or he has Leia. It's pretty interesting. I find it interesting, like, I don't know why she wasn't added originally. So, but yeah, same vehicle lineup right there. So that's rather interesting. Next up, we have Darth Vader. Now, he looks very bulky, and I'm not a big fan of that. I like the unmasked Darth Vader we get later. But like I said, this is how they start off at the beginning. Get a look at his picture and information. And we get a look at the characters, the same vehicle lineup. Moving on, we have a stormtrooper, so you have to have a couple of these, and I bought a lot of them. So here's an example. He looks very bulky. His arms, his chest. Honestly, when I got him, and still to this day, I mean, I prefer the vintage collection stormtroopers now, but this guy doesn't bother me that much. I don't know why. Maybe just because in real life he has armor that makes him a bit bigger, but he's definitely not this big. But still, this one didn't really bother me. I really enjoyed these when I got them. I have like 10 of them, I think, so that's pretty cool. Same lineup, no Leia. Get a look at his bio and everything. Pretty small print. So next up, we have, who's this? Luke Skywalker, Jedi Knight. Not a big fan of this hood. It just looks like he's wearing a raincoat, and they usually have like the hood draping over their eyes a bit. A friend actually gave me this character in school in 6th grade. We did a little trade. I think I got Luke Skywalker and Weekly, or was it? It was either Luke, this Jedi Knight, or Weekly. I can't remember who it was. And I think it was Anakin from the original Vintage Collection line. Oh, we gotta look at the back here. Some different vehicles and stuff shown. So pretty cool. They are a bit bent. When I got them, they weren't this bent, but I guess they were in a box, kind of weird. They were in a different box at one point. Here we got Boba Fett, another character who doesn't look too bulky in my opinion. And he was actually the second character I got. Han Solo and him at the same day. I got him for Christmas. Pretty cool. Does he have? Yep, he has Leia also. So this is the image I'm familiar with from the Vintage Collection. People, I think, got this image back in the original Vintage line from the 90s or 70s or 80s. But when they released the newer Boba Fett from Return of Jedi, I recognize this image because of this. So I just found that interesting. So yeah, pretty cool. Next up, we have, we got not Bosk. What's her name? It's Leia. Bushk, I think. Leia and Bushk Disguise. I think that's the name of it. I'm not sure. I found this at a store here in my state. She has a foil hologram card. So like we take Boba Fett for a second, you see we got a normal card, but we got a holo card right here, which will come into play later down the line. She has a purple background. It's from Shadows of the Empire. Not familiar with that series, so. But this character I am because of Return to Jedi. It's pretty cool. She'll probably have, yep, so she has like some things advertising anything to Shadows of the Empire. And so, interesting, pretty cool. I was pretty excited when I found her and everything. I thought she was kind of rare. Maybe she's not, but that's just how I felt. We got Lando. I actually got 2 of this. This is my bent up version. So if I grab this one right here, it's my better up Lando. This one came in a lot. I didn't know what to do with this guy because I already have one open. He's the only duplicate I have, I believe. It's a very thick bubble, very thick. So those are my 2 Landos. This one's a bit damaged, this one's not. So this is one that came in a lot. Oh yes, I guess we should probably take a look back. They're gonna be the same. You got Lando up there. You see his bio. Does he also have Leia? Yes, he does. I'm now really curious and see who has Leia and who doesn't. But yeah, so we'll look at the vehicles and they're gonna be the same. So that's pretty cool. So we'll just set those aside now. Moving on, I think that they're flying down. Nope, there's 2 more. Here we got Han Solo Carbonite. I love this character. I don't know why. Something about Han and Carbonite I've always loved. the Lego version. I want to get a statue of him one day. Really expensive though. But yeah, I've always been a fan for some reason of his Solo Carbonite, just something about him. So I was pretty stoked to get this. Good look at the back and everything. So different back. I think this is maybe from Shadows of the Empire. Like Leia's, I think. I'm not sure though. I love the image though, him on the wall. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, our last one over here, we got this TIE Fighter pilot. Some of them come with weapons, even though we never saw them have weapons. So like he has a big gun right there. Pretty cool. We gotta look at the back and everything. And yeah, that's TIE Fighter pilot. I'm running out of room now, so we're gonna have to try to do this a bit differently. Alright, so our last few characters here, I believe, are, they have like a different back. So like we saw here, just the different versions. You have this guy, you see there. We actually got a checklist, and we have a photo instead of like all this information. So the checklist is really helpful. But this is Greedo. Pretty cool. I'm actually missing 3 characters, I think, from this entire line now. From the orange card, I should say. I'll go into detail in a second. We get Stormtrooper. Sandtrooper, actually, not Stormtrooper. Actually, got one to do back, and I try to tear these things off, and this is my first one I did, and it didn't turn out so well, so I just kept them all on. It's the store, how much they cost, and everything. Go look at the back. So same, we don't get like a big bio, we just get a photo with some information, checklist, and some characters and everything. You can see Luke and everything right there. Jawas. The characters I'm actually missing, which are probably the hardest ones to find for me, are the Jawas, the Death Star Gunner, and Luke, Stormtrooper. And I think a Sand Person. There may have been Sand Person one, I'm not sure. But, yeah, those are the only 4 I'm missing. So, I'm not sure I'm going to continue on collecting this line like this. Because the vintage collection where I really care about opening and, keeping on card backs. But this is nostalgic. And if I want it, maybe if I just complete the orange card wave. That's what I may do. But, yeah, we got R5D4. Uncle Owen, this droid has a bad motivator, or I think that was the line. I can't remember the line. We get a photo again. And then we get a look at the back and everything. So see, we see the Jawas right there. I think, is there? I'm not sure who's that. That's Sandtrooper. Okay, that's who it is. I can't tell if that's a Death Star Gunner or that's the TIE Fighter. I think that's Death Star Gunner. So that's pretty cool. Look at the, is that either the Imperial Shuttle or the T-16 Skyhopper, unless they're the same vehicle because they look the same. But yeah, let's look at that character. We are running out of room. I know I've said it before. Next up we have Mama Naden, or Mama Naden. I think it's, I've said it, Mama Naden. I think he's usually known as Hammerhead. Pretty cool. We get a look at the back here. We get a different photo, just like the other 4 or 3 we take a look at. Same back right here, checklist and everything, and same vehicles. So we have, I think, what? Okay, let's make sure that wasn't gonna fall. 3 or 4 different versions. Oh, is that the last one? Hold on, Greedo's. Okay, yeah, that was the last one. Okay, so that was the last one of the orange cards. I did not realize that. So the last 4 or 5 here we have are comic book characters. And I'm not familiar with this, but me and a friend went to an antique store here in our hometown, and we went through them. I went back a few days later to look at some of them, and I saw these and everything, and thought they looked kind of cool, and I've seen these before. So I'm proud to get one of them, which we'll get to in a minute. He may be the last one. But I'm not familiar with the comics and everything, but I will say their card backs are a lot heavier, and I think that's because there's like a feature you can open them up and everything. I don't know. I think that is. I think I saw a review of that, but they are really thick, which is in a way nice, because then they won't get bent as bad. They're like actually really hard. Like, listen to this. Really hard cardboard. They are a bit sticky, I think, from the. I'm not sure why, but they are. This one's a bit sticky. But yeah, then we have one of each, and I got all 5. I guess someone sold their collection there. We got, I think, Leia. Again, I'm not too familiar with this line. Pull it back. Got a lot of information here. So yeah, I guess it gives a little information from the comic book books. And yeah, I guess you got the rest of the line there. So that's pretty cool. Is there a checklist? No, there's not. So this is later, I think. I'm not sure what year it's made. It says on the bottom, but I can't see that. But I think it's a green card, so this is like a sneak peek of what's to come for the green cards and everything. Moving on, I think we got Luke here. Yep. I think there's 9 different characters. I'm only missing 4, so not bad. I got all of them at the same time. See, yeah, even so, like Darth Vader usually has this cutout thing, like uneven, but it doesn't there, so that's cool. Again, pretty hard card back. Nice. I know it's not because of the card, it's just the way it's packaged with the, I guess, a little setup you can do. If you know any of these comics, just let me know in the comments below, because I'm not familiar with these, but I thought they were cool, and at the time I was just trying to collect most of what I could from this line. Alright, next up we have Kyle. Again, I'm not sure what movie he's from. Or not movie, it's a video game. I think these are comic or video games. I'm actually not quite sure, now that I think back. Good look at him and everything. And we get a look at the line. So that's pretty cool. Alright, our last two here, we got Clone Emperor Palpatine. Pretty cool. And then we get a look at the back here. Get a closer look at those. Oh, stay focused. Pretty cool. Now my favorite one here, just because who he is and everything, we got Thrawn, and this one was out of all of them, this was more of an impulse buy, because the guy said, oh, if you like these, I'll get him before that one of the shows come out, because I think he's rumored to be in the Ahsoka show and everything, because we heard his name drop in The Mandalorian, and plus Thrawn's a pretty cool character, and so I'm like, well, I might as well get this character now for his line. But yeah, I don't know, I like his theme song from Rebels, I think it's really cool, but yeah, I just wanted to get this character, so he, out of all of them, he was going to be like, he was coming home with me no matter what, and you can look at the bottom here, see the different characters, and when I feel him, there's like a little sticky remnant stuff on there, so that's not good. But yeah, that's a look at my Power Force characters. I'll get them all lined back up and everything. I'll take a look at all of them one last time. Alright, well that's my collection of Star Wars Power Force, the orange card, and comic characters. These are the only ones I've carded. I may do a future videos on my loose collection and make this a little series, kind of like my Marvel Legends characters. If you're not aware of those, I actually did on my main channel, my Blind Man's Life, 5 parts of my Marvel Legends collection. I showed all what I have, and so yeah, it was pretty popular series in my opinion. A lot of people like that, so may do that again with the Power Force characters. But yeah, if you like this type of content, don't forget to like, subscribe. We'll have future videos coming up and everything, and yeah, so I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.